going on, Jerome's? It's a beautiful Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for a Vikings mock draft. Now, this one's going to be different. So, no 7-rounder, no multi-rounder. This is going to be 1-round Vikings mock draft, and with the express intent of moving a round, potentially trading up, potentially trading down. But bottom line, we're going to come away with 2 picks in this first round, come hell or high water, which is a great movie, by the way. Ben Foster, Chris Pine, Jeff Bridges. It's a great movie. But we have it on the slowest setting. So this could be painfully slow. But we can go through pick by pick and discuss the strategy as we go along. So starting draft. All right, Drake May goes 1 to, so Drake May goes 1 to the Bears, which I don't think is as insane as people think. Where I think that once you get into the underwear Olympics and throwing against air, I mean, Drake May's got the physical tools. I mean, he's got the size, he's got the arm, he's got the accuracy, he's got athleticism. He's the good parts of Josh Allen, as opposed to the bad parts. Yeah. All right, so he goes 1. Waiting on the commies. Caleb Williams 2. Now, Caleb Williams, sort of from the area, as well as Magic Johnson. So we said this. So Magic Johnson is Showtime. Like he knows what sells. And also Josh Harris coming from an NBA background. Their new as part of their executive staff is Bob Myers coming from the NBA background as well. So the NBA is built upon stars, and you market the league and teams on stars. So you got to have star power, and Williams is that. Sam Howell, he's not that. He's not that. But Caleb Williams goes to the DMV. 3. The Patriots taking Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, this would be tempting to swoop up for Jaden Daniels. But I don't think that the Cardinals would be in the mood to lose out on the wide receiver 2. So they lose out on Harrison. This would be a prime inflection point for a trade up for teams. I could see the Giants making a move here. Maybe the Falcons, depending on what happens with their free agency. Maybe the Broncos, maybe the Raiders, or hell, maybe even the Saints. But the Vikings would have the shortest leap, skip, and a jump up. But we'll see. All right, so 4, what happens? Because I don't think that there's trades here. All right, so they go with Joe Alt, which I understand, like try and secure the backside of Kyler. Okay. 5, the Chargers. Jazan Newton. Interesting. All right, so Jazan Newton goes there. 6. So this would be Jaden Daniels. Yeah, there goes Jaden Daniels. Makes sense. 7, Brock Bowers goes to Tennessee Titans. Ooh, Will Levis finally got himself a target. SEC to SEC. Yeah, you know me. 8, Falcons, Malik Neighbors. Oh, man. All right, so if they get themselves a freaking quarterback. So you got Malik Neighbors, you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, you have Bijan Robinson. And also Tyler Algier as a nice short yardage back. I mean, that's pretty damn good. 2 picks to go. Got the Bears at 9. So the Bears got their quarterback. They could break the seal on edge rushers here. With Alt off the board, could you go Fashanu or another offensive tackle? Could you go with Roma Dunes in this spot? Lots of ways to go here. So they go with Dunes. So they got the wide receiver. And then Fuaga, the tackle, going to the Jets, trying to protect Aaron Rodgers' old ass. So the Vikings chilling at 11. Now, there's a lot of ways to go here. So Cooper DeJean is on the board. Fashanu. I mean, the Vikings are good at tackle. Yeah. Nate Wiggins. Now, do not hate on Nate Wiggins because Andrew Booth Jr. didn't work out. Like Nate Wiggins, he's got size, he's got length, he's got freakish athletic ability, and he would be perfect for what Flores wants to do at corner. Dallas Turner. So Turner's, is Turner 21 yet? Doesn't matter, but Turner's still super young. Also has versatility, a physical freak, and I think that he would be great in the Flores defense. Jared Verse is a beast, a little bit older of a prospect though. Also more of a hand the dirt guy. Terrion Arnold, who so Kool-Aid gets the love because he's got the cool name. But I do think that Terrion Arnold is slightly better of the 2 Alabama corners. Latu is there. In terms of medicals, if he checks out, he's good to go. Then, of course, we know about Penix and we know about Bo Nix. Braylon Trice is in there. I mean, There's a lot of ways the Vikings could go here, but sticking and picking, I mean, a lot of it depends on what's going to happen with Danielle Hunter. So for me, I think that Dallas Turner is going to be the selection in this spot. And now we're going to be hunting. So ideally, we would like to target either a corner, all right, so DeJong goes to the Broncos, or a quarterback at the end of the first round, so they got that nice fifth-year option. Fashanu goes to the Raiders. Wiggins goes to the Saints. Latham goes to the Colts, helping to protect Richardson. McKinstry, all right, so McKinstry and Woolen as well as Witherspoon. Man, that's really good. Plus, you got Kobe in there, too. Kobe. Jaguars taking Tyrion Arnold, the corner. All right, tackle protecting Joe Burrow. Nix goes to the Rams. Now, if you're the Steelers, I mean, Penix should interest you, right? You would think so, but it's not for certain. All right, if Penix gets by the Steelers here. All right, so Latu go. Ooh. All right, so Latu with Highsmith and Watt. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Do we let a couple more picks bleed off here? Or do we try to make a move here at 21? Actually, let's let a couple more picks bleed off, see if we can get a better price. Morgan, yeah, they definitely need some help along the offensive line. Verse goes to the Eagles. Man, that is a great pickup. I love that one a lot. Texans taking Troy Franklin. Ooh, another weapon for CJ. Brian Thomas Jr., Braylon Trice, real game, no gimmicks. So now the Cardinals on the clock at 27. So obviously they're rolling with Kyler. So let's try and get all up in that ass. And this is the pick that they got from the Texans. Back up in that ass with the resurrection. All right, so do we just give up the future first? I mean, it's possible. And hence. All right, so we're on the board. And in this spot, I fully understand that there will be question marks. I fully understand that people will try and poo-poo on it. I fully understand that Michael Penix Jr. had himself a tough game against Michigan. But also, I implore you, go back and look at the Texas tape. I implore you, go look at how he operated with those game-winning drives against Washington State, close games, Oregon State, the 2 wins against Oregon, also his tape in the previous season. Penix, knocking down all the wood. Yes, he is a little bit older of a prospect because of his time in Indiana. Yes, there's some concerns about his knees. Yes, there's concerns about his shoulders. Yes, there's concerns about how he got knocked around like a rag doll against Michigan. But dude can spin it. Dude can freaking spin it. The ball explodes out of his left hand, and I think that he does have the mental makeup. I think that he does have the it factor. I think that he's a guy that you can win because of, not just a guy that you can win with, or a guy that you win in spite of. And again, no disrespect to Bo Nix, and yeah, I obviously love me some Williams, May, and Jayden Daniels as well. But Penix, I think Penix has just as high of a ceiling as the other guys. Now, with the medicals and also with the age, he does have lower of a floor as well, but that's the gamble you're going to take. And guess what? It's a passer and get the passer league. The Vikings got a guy who can get the passer in Dallas Turner, and whether Danielle is here or not, you can certainly pair them up. And oh, baby, we got Stu going. And in this spot, you gave up one future first rounder. Ideally, you're going to bounce back, and hopefully that first rounder is going to be at the ass end of the first round next year. But you secured your quarterback of the future, and pending what happens with Kirk Cousins, he can sit and he can marinate and he can learn and he can tear down and break down some mechanical stuff, and you're good to go, man. You're good to go. I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the way. All right, so our 1 round Vikings mock draft is in the books. Let's recap what went down. All right, so full results. There we go. Can we zoom in and enhance? Is that as close as we can get? All right, so we covered most. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, do you know that's worth? All right, so we covered most of it. And again, this could be a really good wide receiver class. Ennis Rakestraw from Mizzou going to the Chiefs. Broswell going to the Buffalo Bills. Taylor the third. Oh, man. So Taylor the third with the Lee McNeil on the interior with the Lions. Come on. Fatuanu is going to the San Francisco. Now, if only he blocked better down the stretch. I don't know. And Lad McConkey. I actually really like this fit. So McConkey with Zay long-term with Mark Andrews. Maybe some Bateman in there too. I mean, I kind of like it. Man. But for the Vikings, all right, so we got our talisman on the edge, whether Daniil is back, whether he's not. I think that Dallas Turner is going to be a physical freak. And also you're betting on age. You're betting on his physical attributes, and he's going to be a monster in the Flores defense. And then for quarterback of the future, we gave up a future first-rounder, 2025. Ideally, it's going to be late. And Penix, if he's sitting behind Kirk, great. If Kirk is not back, I think that changes the calculus where quarterback could be a little bit more of a priority. But again, I understand that Penix had some issues against Michigan. I do not care. You're betting on traits, and I think that Michael Penix Jr. is a leader of men. I think that his accuracy is great. I think he has to work on touch a little bit. Sometimes he brings a little bit too much heat, but in terms of straight-up arm talent, I think that he is the best of the class, or he's right up there, 1A, 1B, 1C, somewhere in there. So if this is how it went down, I'm more than happy. Now, again, you still have your second-round pick. You still have 2 4s, 2 5s, and 2 6. Hammer that interior on the defensive line, hammer cornerback, as well as interior offensive line, and then we're good to go. But that's it. A little Vikings mock draft action. Dos first-round picks. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.